Well, evening, folks. Happy Saturday night vibes. Hopefully, everyone's week has gone good. Uh, for those that missed my live streams earlier today, you might be wondering why is Vibe so late? Well, um, my local town was doing their Independence Day festivities today, so the fireworks show was this evening, and some of my friends I to go out and watch them. So that's where I was at.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about backstage. I think mine are on Friday night. I think.
Okay, I mean it's coming Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. See here every year it's always on Saturday, always. And if July 4th is the following week, then they'll have it the Saturday before. Now I'm guessing next year, yeah, next year it'll be on Saturday. It'll be on the 4th probably.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. They do it on the weekend instead of
Yeah,
if July 4th falls on a Wednesday.
right.
That's kind of that's not a party day. That's not a
Nope,
barbecue day.
nope. Now of course there's gonna be a lot of probably other cities in the area. There's definitely going to be a lot of people sending them off throughout the week. But the big city, a local city, their show is on Saturday night. So
Yep. Well, that's what I was telling you. Is like I don't even leave my yard because I live up on the hill,
right, that's nice.
and I can sit in my yard and they shoot big enough ones off that I can see them from my house.
Right. I mean, theoretically, I could see them from my house as well. But the city lights are so bright, it kind of ruins the display.
Yeah. There used to
So
be, I don't know who it was, but it was probably 2 blocks from me, and they did more fireworks than the city did. I don't know how they afforded that, but there would be stuff going off up here that was just like, wow, wow.
right.
That was an expensive one. That stuff's not cheap.
Nope. Yeah, you're sitting there watching it. I'm like, well, there goes my tax dollars.
I haven't actually even bought any fireworks since my youngest son was probably about 14.
Right.
So I'm not going to buy any. I'm not going to do them.
Mm-mm. No, that's when I bought fireworks was back when I was. Let me think. Was I 25, maybe 24?
That was like last year. You bought some.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for telling me I'm still in my 20s. I appreciate that. Toast to you.
Yep.
You know, I just had a birthday, right?
Yeah. Did you turn the big 3-0?
I wish. That's been several years ago.
That's the rumor I'm telling everybody is you're barely 30.
I like that. I like it. So, in other words, you're saying I act my age, or
No. I'm saying if you're 30, that means I'm only like 50.
yeah, exactly.
See, we're both younger now.
I like it. I like it. Hey, gotta shout out Sam first. Hey, Sam, I think you showed up. It wasn't much after I scheduled it, and I seen your name pop up. Cheryl Smith, second.
Call BS.
MNC.
Mm, he knows.
Yeah, third, low. I probably won't be able to stay awake for the stream, but I'll try. Yeah, fish wet. Are you even here? Probably not. She's probably sleeping.
Probably.
Asia, that's okay. Yeah, same to you, Asia, if you're watching. Have a great weekend. Um, Fish Capades. Hey, Mel. Mel, you know, we were actually talking today, or texting, whatever. It's been a long time since I talked to her. It's at Tunes age. So, Mel, I know you're lurking. I know you're watching, but stay focused on your aquariums when you're doing your maintenance, water changes. There. Less polls, more streaming. Lumi, I like it. I like it, Lumi. No, hey, I want everyone to participate. You know, it okay. It kind of encourages people that don't usually participate in chats on live stream. That this is for anyone. It's an anonymous poll, and everyone can participate without saying their name. You know what I'm saying? Or saying hi even in the chat. So welcome in, Lumi. Don't mind me. Over here doing water changes and feeding fish dinner. Nice. Hey, Renee DeQuare. Welcome in. Yeah, tonight I think I'm quick went down to the chat because there's only a couple of us here hanging out. MNC, welcome in. Down the road from Stephen P. Nice, Renee. Hey, Kaker, Jake and Katie and River.
Yeah.
Storm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the same storm that you have, Skull?
I kind of doubt it, but
Oh.
we're a little ways away from each other. But yeah, it's still raining here.
Mm-hmm.
At least the thunder and the lightning and everything quit.
Show's still here, moving qualified to build grouts. Nice show. Anyways, I did 2 live streams on YouTube today. This is my 3rd one.
Yeah.
FYI, the reason some of you are probably wondering why is Vibes doing a live stream Saturday morning now on YouTube. For those, I know some of y'all on Instagram don't come over here, but on Instagram, I used to do a live stream every Saturday morning on Instagram. For some reason, out of the blue, that option to go live on my side has disappeared. I don't know. Maybe they moved it somewhere else, that button, but I'm not able to find it. So, which is weird.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I used to always see you Saturday morning going to get coffee.
Yep. So, okay, this is the 2nd time now in a week. Last Saturday I did it on YouTube, and this morning I did it on YouTube. Went live, and then I went live at the coffee shop this afternoon around 3 because I needed some kind of food, and I had some questions. So instead of just asking in a poll or something, I said, you know what? Hey, let me just go live and hang out a little bit. So
I wonder, did they change the rules where you got to have so many subs or followers? Or
you think if I Googled it, it would say?
I don't know, because you've been doing it forever.
Right. And also, that's out of blue. It's like, what wasn't there anymore?
Yeah, and Mike from MNC says his is the same way.
Let's see.
I know absolutely nothing about Instagram except how to run the messages. That's all I use it for, is messages. Kind of like Facebook. I don't even open Facebook. All I do is just have Messenger. But I have the separate app.
Right.
I've never even looked. I'm
So
sure
I'm reading it right now.
Nope. I definitely don't have a go live button. What's up, Jeff King? I miss Jeff. Jeff was fishing for like 4.5 hours a day, and I was messing around doing other stuff. And then I come in and it was like, I miss Jeff like all day.
Oh, yeah.
I missed the whole thing.
I woke up and Vibes was right driving and talking. Surprise! Hey, Jeff King, welcome in. Hello, everyone lurking and feeding fishes. Nice.
It's a question for you.
I saw that. I'll be right back to it in a bit. This is weird. Some places on Google says you have to have 1,000 subscribers, but other places says you don't need. Instagram is the only platform that it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have to go live.
Yeah, but you
I
got quite
wonder.
a few. You got quite a few, don't you?
I'm not even sure how many I have anymore. Does anyone else in the chat know? Oh, does anyone else in the chat go live on Instagram? And I mean, in the past month or the past 2 weeks, and did you have any issues?
Says you have 514 followers,
Okay.
and I think I have about 14.
Oh, how many you have? Right.
Well, that's how we were originally messaging each other. Was Instagram when I was in Dallas because it was the only thing that we both had.
Right.
What's up, Craig?
You know what, y'all? Think about it. I'm gonna go to Instagram right now and see if there's any. Oh, it shows it now on. I went to Instagram right now, and it shows the live. Yeah, back to normal again. So I don't know what happened.
Maybe it just wasn't working, or they were upgrading it or something.
That could be, but yeah, it was. And that not today, but a week ago. I could normally go on Instagram. I set it up. I would set it up. I went there, and the button to set to go live or to set live up wasn't there. The option wasn't. It was no one in sight. So, anyways, looks like it's back now. So maybe they're updating it or those issue and they shut it down. I don't know. So, welcome into Steve and Peplin and RJ, Craig,
Brian and Ryan, Nancy B,
Jesse, 310. Where's Nancy B? Oh, well, I'm behind chat. Sorry, y'all. Nancy B, welcome in. Your morning live stream was on Facebook as what? Was Will? What? What, Renee? Did when, Renee? Because this is news to me.
I thought you had to check a box or something before.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, HHD is live on Instagram right now. I'm not sure I want to look. What are you doing, Jake? Or do we want
to? Then again, we might only want to know you, Curtis.
I know. That's why I said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. So Renee, about the Facebook thing, was it this morning? Oh, was it prior? Because I did notice recently in the past, was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks? When I put like a video or something on Instagram, it would make a notification on my phone. Like it would be Facebook too. It was weird, and I didn't even add it, so I don't know what's up with that. Okay, back to your question, Renee. I'll answer that.
Oh, Mike.
I
don't need that. I don't need that visual.
No, it's gonna be a nightmare. Is Vibes and Jake the same time zone? Where is Jake in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what their time zone is though.
Right, because that's right on the edge over there somewhere.
We,
Okay.
we are in Central Time, so
Right.
not sure if he's on Eastern or Central.
Right. Yeah, Jake, are you in Eastern Central time zone?
He says he's in Central, so
Okay, he's the same time zone. Okay.
hey,
Jeff Kenney's the same too. Renee DeClaire. Go ahead.
feel free to call Jake at 6 a.m. and say, "Get up, get to work."
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So Renee DeClaire had asked the question: Vibes, do you have any issues with the FX6 you have out on your 300 gallon?
Oh, the one you got outside.
I shouldn't laugh. I only had it on there. What? Was it a month? And I was not happy with it. It was not doing what I wanted it to do. So I went and now some of y'all have seen the videos since then, haven't you? Like a DIY trash can filter.
Yeah.
I went and did that. I went that route instead. I wanted the turnover, water turnover more than what the FX6 could do. So I went and got a bigger pump, threw it on the trash can filter, and the trash can is what 10 times, I don't know, 10 times big as a FX6. So I could add a lot more media for the pond. So yeah. Now remember the 300-gallon water trough was outside under a tree, so there was a lot more junk and stuff getting into the pond. Now, if I had that same system inside in a controlled environment, yeah, that'd been just fine. That would work. But being under the trees, all that extra moam going on, or extra, yeah, it wasn't able to keep up to my liking. So, and also that's why y'all haven't seen any updates on that about that, because I just totally moved it. But
Wait, you're so wrong. There's nobody going to the West Coast. Hell no. Hell no. Glad I was there 20 years ago. I don't need to go back.
mm-hmm. And I guess the gallons per hour the return pump is rated for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All pumps are rated for 0 head, which means
Yeah.
right at the pump. With nothing, basically with nothing in the filter either.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bucket with a pump in it.
Yeah.
And then once you start putting stuff in it, it just keeps getting slower and slower and slower.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, an FX6 is what I would say is perfect for like a 55 to 90 gallon. Maybe 100. It depends on what you're stocking that aquarium with, tank with. But say for instance, if you have a 100-gallon tank and you stocked it full of peacock cichlids or an Oscar goldfish, I mean, it'll do it, but your water's not gonna be pristine unless you do other filters to add to it. So now, if you have a lightly stocked 100-gallon tank with peacocks, oh yeah, it'll do it. Or even if you have 3 goldfish in a 75-gallon tank setup, it'll do it. Now you might have to clean the sponges regularly, like every 2 months or so, keep it clear. But hey, this tank here, this is a 90. Now this is not overstocked. There's like 5 Pentosas, and they're all smaller ones. And then there's like 5 conloaches and 1 pleco, nose, and that's it. So, and I don't feed heavily either, y'all. Okay. MNC says my 300-gallon has no filters, just service, movement, and crystal clear sense. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can do it. You, 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 a lot of things you can do, and it works perfectly. But you know what's interesting? I could copy you what you did, and have my system fail, or I could copy you and have success.
Yeah.
Each tank, each system is different. I, hey, I can have 300-gallon water troughs with the same kind of fish in each one, same something, etc. One have a big filter on it, and the water's murky. The next one beside it could have just sponge filter, or nothing at all, and be crystal clear. You know, it's don't don't ask me how that all works out. It's weird, but yeah.
Wow. Question for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the second one is. I have the Pseudomogul furcatus. A Pake. I don't have the Gertrude either. All I have is the furcatus.
Oh, these killifish, right?
Rainbows.
Rainbows.
The little rainbows.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Furcatas for me aren't hard.
Okay.
The only
And,
the only thing that's hard for me is I have really hard water, so
mm-hmm.
the eggs are kind of difficult to hatch.
Right.
So I have this round cylinder tank that it's one of them Petco tanks that I got for nothing, and I put RO water in it, hang the mop in there,
Mm-hmm.
just put an air stone in there, and just let them hatch out in the RO water.
Right.
Because if I leave them in the hard water, three quarter of the eggs,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they just don't do anything.
Right.
But if you had a softer water, they're a piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just put some mops in there. A buddy of mine here in town has a Gertrudes, and he does about the same thing.
Nice.
He uses RO, and then he remineralizes it to like probably 100 or 120 TDS with that salty shrimp stuff.
So Steve says, "Ding, all 3 batches of eggs and all water also."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice, MNC.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Here's one tip for the evening. If you shop at Petco, I don't know if it works at PetSmart. I assume, but I not check it today. But anyways, if you're at Petco and you're shopping, before you spend any money at Petco, before you spend any money at all, go to the Petco website and check the price online versus in store.
Yep.
Because that can save you a lot of money, y'all.
Yep.
Today, I was at Petco. I don't know. Was I there? I was there twice today. First time I was just checking what's available. Then I went back and bought some stuff. Anyways, when I was there, I had my phone out, looking at. I scanned the barcode, or look the item up, etc. And most items I scanned, there was about 95% of them online, which was cheaper than in store.
Yep.
And all you have to see, Petco employees are not supposed to tell you to do price match online.
No.
They're not supposed to tell you that.
You can also buy it on the app, and then just
Yeah.
walk up and show them your phone that you already paid for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're done.
Right. Anyways, so when I was there, I had extra time. So I talked to other customers. Like, hey, and right before I talked to them, I look at the item they have in the hand. Like, okay, that's fish food. Here in the store, it shows it's $25. Look online, $5. So hey, look at that. Show them. Like, and the eyes get big. What? I was like, yeah. There's a lot of items here you can do that, and just, and no price match it. And when I went to to pay for the stuff, the cashier, was tickled pink that she said it's not really normal to see customers come in and do that.
Yeah, I do that.
And that's how Petco makes extra money.
A lot of times I buy it all, fish food, airline, whatever, in
Hmm.
advance, and just say pick up at the store,
Yeah.
and I don't even mess with nothing because
Right.
I don't. I rarely ever look at the fish in there. Once in a while, I do. Not
Right.
very often.
I mean, today I'm looking at the fish. They had some the tetras Congo, and they were asking $6 a piece for them, which is very reasonable.
Hmm.
Because my local fish store, the one that I prefer, charges double that with any Congos.
Yeah,
So I mean, okay, I know the ones at the local fish store are I mean, they're definitely what I've seen. They're definitely in better shape. The one that Petco, but the Petco, I'd bring them home and I'd quarantine them. Feed them
yeah.
properly, do water changes. You know,
That's kind of a toss up because they might have been quarantined and been at your local fish store for 3 weeks. But
right? Exactly.
just depends on
That's,
how good you know your fish store.
yeah. Actually, my local fish store does contain everything that comes in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all, just because your local fish store quarantines the fish before they sell them to you, does not mean you can go home the same fish and not quarantine. Go ahead and quarantine them.
I quarantine everybody's fish. I don't care who you are.
Yep, same here. And if I have any doubt in my mind, I'll quarantine them for another month if I have to. And you know what, y'all? Quarantining, you can quarantine your your new fish in their new home. The tank that you set for them, like aquascape, all that, as long as it's not a inhabited tank prior, you know.
Yeah.
Like some people will say, I just aquascaped a tank, and now I got this new fish in. But everyone's online says I'm supposed to quarantine them. So that means I set up another tank to quarantine them? No.
Yeah. All depends on what your plans are. If
Right.
they're going in a community tank, yeah, you need to do them separate.
Hmm.
I
But
don't do
then again, go ahead.
I don't do a lot of that. I do a lot of species only, so they get
Right.
their own tank. So
Now, if you got a community tank, and if you get all the fish at the same time, go. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
mm,
it's kind of a
but
toss up.
yeah, that's kind of toss up. But
That's a toss up.
I,
Depends where
I was
you
gonna
got.
say you can quarantine them all together, but
Depends where you got them.
right.
Depends what they look like.
And here's another thing, y'all. Just because you get all the fish from the same place does not mean you can quarantine them all together.
Yeah.
Because one tank, say for instance, you look at a fish store. One tank might be healthy, no issue. The next tank right beside it might have disease, and what you're doing when you're adding them together, that disease in one fish might have been okay, but it's better than the next fish, and it'll kill it. So I just some idea,
You know.
but and today I went and got some DIY stuff to do my next projects. I'm setting up some DIY breeding setups here. Brother Muck Powell
Yeah.
encouraged me at the convention. So now I'm not going. Hey y'all. If y'all seen Muck Powell's video, or if you were there at the event and he talked about it, I'm not copying his format, but he gave me some new ideas. So
Yeah, we were talking about those little food tablets last week, right?
oh yeah,
I never, until Mark said it, I never thought about grinding them up and using them for something else.
right.
Because I usually just don't even get them because they don't usually work how they say they work. But if I could grind them up and use them for fry powder or feeding
Uh-huh.
Daphne, hell yeah, I got a
Yeah.
grinder. I bought a grinder just for this room
Nice.
because,
And
of course, my wife wouldn't let me use hers,
no, why not? Come on.
so I had to
you,
get my own.
yeah. You be in a doghouse.
I have
Um,
my own grind. I have my own blender. I have my own can opener.
hmm
Everything just for
And
this room.
y'all, you can use a salt and pepper shaker. You know, the pepper shaker that you grind, you twist, grind your stuff,
Yeah,
and put fish food in there, etc., to grind your stuff up. But
peppermints.
pepper mill or whatever.
If you
Yeah.
if you get really fancy, you can get a cordless one now. So you just put the pellets in and walk around the tanks and push the buttons.
Oh yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um, Now if you want to go a little more colonial, a little more vintage, you have the pestle and bowl. You do it manually, grind the powder.
yeah, that's too much work for us lazy people.
I know. Now, what brought that to my attention? Was it today? I think it was no, or yesterday. I don't know. Anyways, I was watching MD fish tanks from whatever. He's over across the pond. Anyways, um, I was watching one of his older videos. Anyways, he was setting a new tank up, and instead of for the root tabs, instead of just dropping the whole root tab into the soil when he aquascaped, he took the root tabs and ground them to powder, and then sprinkled it across the soil and covered and capped it. So that was an interesting take on that. Now,
Before,
I'm not
before
telling
you
y'all to go and do that.
before you filled it up.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Because that way, now, of course, he did not cover his whole bottom of the tank with aqua soil and then root tabs. It was only certain spots of the tank where
yeah.
he's going to plant.
But
So that,
I've
go
seen
ahead.
people do that with iron and
Mm-hmm.
other things too. They put all of that on there and then they cap it.
Mm-hmm. Which I think that's a pretty cool idea. Because it does an evenly layer of fertilizer instead of just one clump. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go that route, make sure you do cap it. Otherwise, you
Yeah,
might be dealing with some algae bloom.
it's
Bad.
just gonna go everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So Steve says that he still uses pestle and mortar to make fire food. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, Renee, stop rubbing it in. Did you go, Renee? I wanted to so bad to go to the fish gallery. There's one in Houston and Dallas, but each way is a good 2.5 3 hours away.
How far is it for Renee? Because isn't he in New Orleans?
Oh yeah.
How far is that?
How far is it, Renee? Hey, now Renee, what's your excuse, Renee?
It's
Here
not a,
you skipped out on the convention in San Antonio,
yeah, I'll see. It's not
and
across
then
the
you
street.
yeah and then you went to the fish gallery instead. Am I not important?
Oh,
Or you live in his? Okay,
I thought he lived in Louisiana. I don't know why.
I do too. Oh, maybe you're not as far from. Or did you move?
Oh, Houston and Louisiana is like
I know.
a sneeze away from each other. So
I'm from New Orleans. Yeah.
I've been to Nolans. How do you say that? Nolans.
Yeah. Yeah. Us Texans said it wrong.
I've been there a few times.
I've only actually been there only once.
Really? So I've been there more than you.
Yep.
And I'm way farther away.
And when I was there, I still lived in Iowa yet. That was after the Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
I went down to help rebuild after the hurricane. back when I was a teenager.
Teenager.
When I was looking good yet. That's been a couple years ago.
I'll say, what was that? 10 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
See,
Thank you.
we got to keep this going.
Keep this young age going. Fair enough. No, that was a good time. Um, anyhow, but and when we were there, the house parents. So it was like a VS, uh, almost like a Bible school kind of program. Um, we built houses that were destroyed, or whatever, for homeowners, but also at the base would have like a Bible, like a Bible camp kind of thing. It'd be a scheduled. You would have a Bible study. You would have games together. You would go hiking together. You go visit the local city. We went to the French Quarters. Um, that kind of stuff. It was a good time. There were 11 of us boys that went that year. It was like was it a 2 month program? But yeah. Hey, Rachel, welcome in. Good to see you.
Yeah, the company I work for does that when there's any tornado within like 150, 200 miles. They'll pay the overtime. They'll do whatever. They'll send a whole bunch of maintenance guys. We'll load up bobcats and whatever and go spend a week or two
Right.
cleaning the town up.
Hey, Renee, wasn't that only like 10 years ago?
Yeah. Renee hasn't caught on. We're trying to stay young here, Renee. We're trying to stay young here because the older Vibes gets, the older I get.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Stephen Payne, good to see you.
What's up, Steven?
So, mm. Yeah. At Lowe's, I found out that they sell, the Husky totes
Yeah.
that I've used prior, but I found out the same brand sells ones that are clear. Now, and they're the same design as the Husky ones. They're just clear. Anyways, I almost bought those, but I went. They had some smaller ones that I bought instead because they were in my tiny fish room. I can't go all the big what I want, so I have to downsize and make them fit.
How many gallons are those?
The ones I got, they're 17 gallons.
Because I get these. It's called an Edge utility tub at Menards for like $10,
Yeah,
and they're 23 gallon.
yeah.
But
The Husky ones.
They're a round black tub.
Oh, okay, round. Okay. The ones that got behind me, the Husky ones, those Husky ones are 27 gallon.
Yeah.
So,
When they're on sale at Menards, they're $7. That's usually when
Mhm.
my cheap ass buys them.
Right.
I can get a couple of them for
Mhm.
$15.
Now, the clear ones were like the average. Looking at the prices, on average, the clear ones were like double the price of the black ones.
Really? Wonder
Yeah.
why.
But today, the ones that I bought were half off, so I went. And that's why I went that route. Otherwise, I think I would have went with the black ones. But I said, you know what? For this price, I'm gonna give them a try. That way, I can see the stuff inside. Why not?
I have like 6 of those 20-gallon round ones on my patio. Love
Yeah,
and light. If I'd have been smart, I should have drug them out in the yard and let it rain on them. Because my patio was covered, so they didn't get
Right.
any of the rain. I mean, they got the barometric pressure and temperatures
Right.
dropped, but they didn't get
Which
the
helped.
water. They didn't get the rain.
Yeah.
But I don't know about dragging 6 or 8 of them suckers around the yard and then dragging them back when the rain
Right.
quit.
What you need is to put them on like wheels that you can roll them around.
Yeah.
Now you might need some bigger wheels to make it work properly. You know, to roll them around on the grass or whatever.
Yeah, I'd have to put like the all terrain air up
Yeah.
tire on them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go to that much work. They do all right outside all by themselves. So
Right. And I almost went and got some of those black round ones today, but like they had 3 available. Usually they're usually out of stock normally, but I said, you know what? And that's why I went live today, y'all, here on YouTube around 3 o'clock to ask some of y'all about that. Because here in Texas, a 20-gallon tub in direct sunlight all day long.
it gets hot.
Yeah, my gut was telling me that's not a smart move to do, it, especially with aquarium fish, the fish that I want to keep. So
Yeah,
I skipped out
if
on
you
that.
don't if you don't have any shade cloth or anything, yeah, that'd
Right.
be a bad idea.
Right. So nah. It's one thing to have a 300-gallon water trough. It's one thing. Because it's not going to fluctuate that fast, you know. I mean, it's going to get warm. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to, you know, middle of the day like 100 degrees or whatever, and then at night drop down to whatever.
That's what I was telling you earlier. It was 105 earlier, and then it started raining, and it went to 75.
Mm-hmm.
30-degree
Yeah.
temperature drop in an hour.
Right. Jeff Kane says vibes. The clear ones don't hold up well to UV exposure. Oh yeah. You're right, Jeff Kane. But
Right.
the ones I got today, I got them for inside. For my breeding project inside. So it's not gonna. I mean, there's gonna be a little bit of UV here and there, per se, but nothing that I'm worried about. Not for the breeding project.
What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Bratton, welcome in.
I almost wish I had like 10 tubs of Corys and drug them out in the sun and then let it drop 30 degrees and rain in that tub.
That'd been awesome.
I wouldn't even known what to do with that many eggs.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have probably been freaking out there.
Right.
Which is all right. Not a bad problem to have.
Right. Here's a question, Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
How would you do a natural setup with killifish that you don't have to go in there and remove the eggs?
Lots and lots of guppy grass or moss. That's what I would do.
Okay.
So they have some eggs filter down in there, and I mean they're going to get some,
You're right. Yeah.
but hopefully they don't get them all.
Okay. Just get back and watching fireworks in the pontoon.
That's
Nice
what I
plan.
do outside. I don't put any moss outside or mops outside.
Mops. Yeah.
I put Christmas moss in there, a big old clump right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
They get about 6-7 hours of sun. The rest of it's in the shade, eating bugs. And every day when I come home from work, I throw a little food in every tub. Come September, October, I got a lot of fish.
Right. So what's the time? Yeah. That's an amazing plan. Here's the next question I was going to have.
I've never tried
Will-
something outside.
Will Gambusia eat killifish?
Yeah, I would,
Even
say,
though okay,
I would say so. Gambusia are a tough little fish.
they are.
They're kind of a mean little freaking dude.
Is there any aquarium fish that community based that would thrive with Gambusia? Probably not, is there?
Probably your sand dwellers, the ones they're shell dwellers.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
They probably wouldn't mess with them. I think the shell
Yeah.
dwellers fight right back with them. But
Okay.
you
Maybe
know,
I give that a try. Cause
go,
I got some Maltese in quarantine that I rescued about 2 weeks ago.
I'll say guppies, anything else. So I'm not sure what you put with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like a little convict cichlid in a smaller body. They're
Right.
kind of a little butthole.
Is this is kind of mean, but is there a fish I could throw out there with them right now, temporarily, that it would destroy all the gambusia?
And I don't know. Probably one of your big cichlids.
Like, yeah, a Tropheus or a peacock.
Yeah, something like that.
That's an idea. Cause I got two Tropheus, two peacocks, and Bunas that I really don't want anymore, but I've been holding on to them for now. Maybe I'll put those out there, and it's a 125-gallon pond. Put them out there. That way, they'll clean up the gambusia, and then I can pull them back out and put in either rice fish or some other fish that I want to put out there.
Where you're going to go out there and they're going to be beautiful because they've been outside.
Yeah,
That could be too. I've seen a few
beautiful.
people who put their cichlids outside and they were stunning when they brought
Oh
them
yeah,
back.
oh yeah. Give them to the fish farm near you. Yeah, I mean, which ones? You mean the gambusia? Or are you talking about the cichlids?
Take them all
Yeah.
over to Michael's garage and just set them next to the door and ring the doorbell and run.
Which one? You mean the gambusia?
Anything you don't
Uh-huh.
want. Just
Right.
wait till he's awake and ring the doorbell and run.
Could you imagine? He would not be happy if I did gambusia or cichlids. He would not be happy.
He'll be all right. He's a big
Mhm.
boy.
Yeah. He is a big boy. That's an idea though. You mentioned cichlids. Maybe it's time for me to put my Photosas outside. It's definitely a bit bigger pond than the thing right here. Put these guys out there and the peacock, cichlids, and the Tropheus. I can just do that. That's actually a bright idea. So I could maybe escape it or something, or do a different system, and then maybe later this year, bring them back in the Fentosas. But then, if I do that, I have to do a better system because these guys might decide to jump. That would not be cool.
Now are those trophies you're talking about? Are those the ones that you sent me a picture of like 4 or 5 months ago?
Oh no, no, those I lost those
Ones that you
to the
rescued?
power outage. The colony of like what was it like 13 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lost those to the power outage. You know, they were back here. You know, yeah. I had them for was it 2 months, 3 months? I'm not sure.
I would say those outside in the sunlight.
Oh,
Wow.
that would have been beautiful.
Yeah, they would.
Hmm. I have a pair of red devil. Yeah, but can you imagine?
Yeah, you can drop them off. Don't mean I'm gonna pick them up.
Right. Hey, Bratton, where you got your green dragons at, Vibes? Which ones? The ones that I made fish tacos with? I mean, the quarantine over here.
Fish tacos.
Now, the Green Dragons are still in quarantine yet, Bratton. The only reason they are because I added some. They were halfway through the quarantine process, and I got some other fish in, some other bottom dwellers, and instead of getting a whole nother quarantine tank, I just added those in with the plecos, in with the Green Dragons, and they're fine together. There's some cool doors like albino ones, some panda koi, and some other ones that I rescued. So instead of like I said, they were halfway through quarantine when I added some new fish to it with them. So which now, here talking against what I just said earlier, right? About not adding new fish to prior setups, but they were still in quarantine, so that was different. I'm not talking about new fish to think right here that's been running what 5 years, without quarantine. Yeah, Jeff Kane. But hey Jeff, I just explained myself though. You guys, yeah. Now, there again, I still would not encourage someone else to do that. What I did, unless you know what you're doing, I still wouldn't. I would not encourage a beginner, to do that anytime. But the Green Dragons were definitely they were all looking good, no issues, and the one that rescued was also the same way. It was just instead of okay, they were with shrimp that I rescued, and I did not want to leave them together, especially during the quarantine process. So I went and separated them, and that's why I put them in with the Green Dragons. But technically, they've been in quarantine long enough now that I could pull them out and put them in their new homes. But that's another day. Yep, that's another reason I went and did the way I did. I quarantined in the same tank due to lack of space. Yep. Um. Now, if you have one tank, green tank, yeah, definitely go ahead and get new fish and quarantine them before you add them to your community tank. Exactly, Brian. Vibes just trying to see if he can get my sick fish with the other fish. Yeah, I'm trying to see if the fish I got from you that was sick. Trying to see if my other new fish are strong enough to beat the sickness out of the new ones. No, they were all phenomenal, both sides. And there again, um, you, hey, you got to be a little more. I'm gonna say experienced, I guess, when you do something like that. This is your first rodeo. It's one thing, but if you've been doing this for many years, especially say now it's been 2 years now that I've really done a lot of rescuing. But for a while there, I was rescuing like every week. I was bringing new fish in, which I could not keep them all separate. I would have had to quarantine some new ones together. But yeah, there again, Jeff answered a good point. Unless it's a sensitive fish, then solo or fully established tank. Yeah.
Yep.
And then again, you gotta know your species and where they're from.
Yeah, like we were saying, if it's from Petco, that thing is going
Oh yeah.
all by itself,
Yep.
away from everybody for a month or
Mhm.
two or however long.
Right. Yep.
If I
Um.
if I was in yours or New Local Austin's or Brenton or Jeff Kane's fish room, yeah, a
Yeah.
week a week or two, I'm good. I'm
Mhm.
good, but not
Exactly.
none of them other places.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Basically, you got to know the background. If you don't know the background, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, and I'm going to be adding to these tubs, these clear tubs I picked up. I'm going to add the play sand. But this evening after the fireworks show, I was driving home, and it was running through my head. I was thinking, now what if I did a aqua soil of some sort on the bottom, put root tabs or whatever, and then cap it with this play sand, and go ahead and plant it like an aquascape, and then add these species that I'm trying to breed. Or is that just a dumb idea?
No, it's actually a good idea. The only hard part is washing the play sand because it's usually dirty as hell.
But see, that was the plan. I ain't plan to wash it.
I've been gonna make a bucket. Have you ever seen? You watch Peck Tech every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
He has a sand washing bucket where about 6, 8 inches from the bottom he drilled a bunch of little holes all the way around. And he puts like 2 inches of sand in the bottom and just sticks the hose in it and
Right.
just lets it run till it comes clear.
Oh yeah. Uh, Honestly, it's been years since I've actually rinsed substrate, any substrate.
Yeah, it depends
Now
what you
that
use.
that goes for a new setup. Now, if I'm going to add some substrate to this tank, I mean, okay, I've done it already, but it does haze water up a little bit. But if it's a new setup, nah, I don't rinse it. What I do, I'll skip it. What I like it, then I'll either run the water into a bucket or into a solo cup to a bag. Basically, that's not splashing into the substrate. Fill it up that way. And but doing that, I haven't had an issue. Even with the play sand, that's so dirty and murky.
Yeah, play sand's pretty dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now I use it. I've used it, but I wash the crap out of it too.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah. Today I'm looking at the play sand versus the what's the other one?
Pool filter.
That's one, but there's another one, but by the same brand. Quick, quick brand. There's a play sand, and then there's like a
Yeah, quick creep.
all-purpose sand.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to decide, do I go with the play sand? The play sand saved me about what 50 cents the bag. So sure, why not? Might as well. Since I already used the play sand prior to another project, so, I'll just stick with it. There's no issue. Now the pool filter sand, they used to be like $12 a bag, 50 pound bag. Filter sand. It's been probably 6 months now. They've gone up $25 a bag.
I don't even know what it is around here.
So that's when I started buying the play sand. I said for that price, I can't afford. Okay, I take it back. I could, but why would I? If I'm paying like 5 times the price, why would I go that route if I can save 5 times the money? I might as well go and I can use play sand successfully, no issue. Why wouldn't I? Now there are ways you can do it. You can add play sand to your existing setup without clouding the water up. Now it's going to take a little more effort doing it, but
Dang. Where are you buying it? At Home Depot?
Lowe's. Why?
50-pound bag?
Yeah.
At my Menards right now, it's $9.
No fair.
I would send you some, but $50 would cost me and you like
Right.
$100 of shipping. So,
Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
See. They,
maybe next time I'm headed to Dallas, I could throw a half a dozen bags in the truck and just
oh yeah.
here you go.
Yep. Filter sand and another $12 a bag. See, at that price, that makes sense. But double that price? Mm-mm.
That's ridiculous too, because hers is $12. She lives 6 hours from me, and mine's $8.89.
Wow.
I mean, That's ridiculous. Why is it not the same nationwide? Why?
I don't know.
And I live in the middle of nowhere.
Right. I never had to rent Postal Sound. Play Sound made a mess. Yeah. Actually, hey, you know what? Hey, mods, you might maybe it's a bit too much work for you. But I was gonna say, how about if you find a video that Jake did, HHD? Actually, Jake, if you're here, if you want to drop a video, you're more welcome to. He did a video about play sand, how to do it without your water getting murky, and that it's a pretty it's a self-explanatory video he did about using play sand, and he did it. He used the bottom of the bag, which that's where all the dirt is at.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. It came out clear, and that also kind of encouraged me as well to keep doing it that way.
That's where you stick your garden hose inside the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just let all the dirt flush out of that.
Right. You know what?
I always use the bucket.
Right. You know what I need to do? Maybe. Okay, Jake did a phenomenal video about it, but maybe I need to copy that same idea and go ahead and do it as well. It don't have to have more than one video out there about that.
I think they went.
You know what?
I think they went to sleep. So.
Oh. Because if I can save a beginner, especially say for instance, if I can save a teenager, a young kid, $20, that's a win. A teenager, a young. Did you stop playing my video? That should be it, says Jeff Kane. I'm actually watching it right now. Yep, that is it. Thanks, Jeff Kane. You're awesome. Yep. And that's one way you could do it. And the way I've done it, we use like a cup or something to run the water into. I've done it. Hold on. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done it 4 times now. But these were all new setups that I did it on the play stand. I had no issue. Okay. Hey Rachel, good to see you. What does Black Diamond Blasting Sound cost over there, Vibes? That I'm not sure. I'm gonna find out right now. Since normally it's just been the past couple months that I'm beginning to enjoy a little bit more of the black colored substrates. But for years I hated it. Any black substrate, bleh, my eyes do not appreciate it. But I'm changing my opinion about the whole thing. So, but I still want to keep most of my tanks with the white or the light tan color. But black.
Here in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, a 50-pound bag is $9.78.
Okay. Let's see. Black Diamond, Blasting Sound.
Under $10.
Okay, Tractor Supply, it's $14. Peck, nope. Okay, but that was if I just Googled it. I'm gonna go to my local Lowe's and see what it cost me, because that'd be a little more accurate than just some random Google search. But see, even with that, I think I still want to cap it something lighter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cause see, here y'all. I'm gonna say it as it is. The sand, play sand, or even the pool sand. No. Pool sand is out of the question. The play sand or the all-purpose sand is very much similar to natural rivers and waters, especially in my area. It's more. It resembles that more than the black diamond blasting sand. You know what I'm saying? Which to my eyes is more pleasing. But that's just my opinion.
And I usually use like pea gravel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like under $4 a bag.
Right.
That's my normal. I need to get some more lava rock. I know that. I got some things to do with some lava
Mm-hmm.
rock.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, my Lowe's don't show that they have it, but my local Tractor Supply they have it, and it's $14 a bag for the black
Make, make
diamond.
sure you get the right bag.
Right.
Make sure you get the coarse, or you're going to get powder.
Yep. Did you know that there's black lava rock available?
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know, if you don't want very much of it, you go to the barbecue section of Home Depot or Menards, Lowe's,
Right.
and they have the little bags that you put in your barbecue of lava rock. And you can get red or black.
Yeah.
If you're making your little tower for all your shrimp or whatever you're doing.
Uh-huh. So is lava rock a good choice to do that for shrimp?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it holds a lot more biofilm than other rock would probably.
Beneficial bacteria and biofilm, yeah. And they get to hide inside of it, depending on how you stack it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, my lava rock at my local Lowe's per bag, 18 pound bag is $6.48
That's
lava
not
rock.
that's not bad.
No. Which
You need
if you
you
use
need to
it
watch
for
that too, though. You need to
oh
watch
yeah, that
all
stuff
that.
is filthy. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Otherwise, you'll get a red tint. Now, if you got good filtration, big deal. I'm also at that point too. I'm too lazy. If you got a good filtration system, go ahead and let the filter do its job, clean the water for you.
Yeah.
But now, if you're using that lava rock, if you want bag lava rock for your nano skates, for your shrimp, etc., that's gonna last you a long time.
I keep an aqua clear just for that.
Good
But
point.
this all that's in it is filter floss, and I'll hang it on the side because I dumped a bunch of crap in there, filled it full of. It clouded
Hmm.
it all up, and just let it pull it out.
Which that's actually a good idea to use. Even use if you've got now. Most people do not have a spare FX canister sitting around, but if you do, go ahead and fill it up with sponges, and it with some quilt batting,
Hmm.
and put it on your new setup that is filthy, and run that for what, an hour or two. That's all you would need to do, and that'll pull that all those tannins or whatever, those particles out of the water, just like that, you know. Sand and gravel. Okay, yep. Mix to your taste. Yeah, and that's also I know some of y'all do not appreciate MD fish tanks. Hey, he's all right. Whatever. I got my opinions about him, but anyways, he, he has given me a lot of new ideas about aquascaping, which I now other like MJ, there's other aquascapers out as well that have given me different ideas. Which I'm glad that they have done the videos to that content because it's opened my eyes to different ideas than just what I see around her local, you know. So
Yep.
and
Yeah,
what's that?
that's like Anubias, Java Fern, all of those. You can
Oh yeah, yeah,
glue
yeah, 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 yeah.
glue them or tie them on there, and then they'll
Hmm.
hook onto it.
Yep.
It's a
It,
true
mhm.
statement.
Yeah, and also if you want to pull particles out of the water, you can use a canister, hang on back, but also y'all, you can use a sponge filter even. And what you could do, take a sponge filter instead of using like a normal sponge filter, go ahead and wrap it with um the quilt batting, and it'll pull out all the particles out of the water. Now, quilt batting is cheap. If you want to, you could just toss it after you pull all the nasty particles out of the water column. And that's a pretty fast way to clear your water up as well. Yeah, Jeff Kane. There are a few aquascapers that have disappeared. And I actually enjoy watching a lot of different aquascapers out there. People that you would say are only competition aquascapers. You know what I'm saying? They do beautiful jaw dropping aquascapes, but see some of these I could not encourage anyone to have long term.
Yeah, 'cause it was just for
Even
that. It was just for those few hours, and it would never
right.
be sustainable.
Hmm. Now, I mean, it'd be cool if everyone could do that and have it be sustainable for years on end. You know, that would be cool. Maybe in the future, um, someone will figure out how to do that and have it as a sustainable aquascape for many years that is put together like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah,
like for instance, past Aquashella, there was like 12 competitors, right? And 99.99% of the aquascapes were jaw dropping aquascapes, you know. But most of them, I would not say they're worthy for many years to come in that format.
yeah. I still have box filters. They're awesome for cleaning up a tank.
Hmm. Yeah, well, they're awesome. And you know, you can do your own DIY box filter as well. For instance, you could use an old um, old I'm saying old a used or emptied out food container, like for instance the extreme containers, the clear ones, turn that into a DIY box filter. But yeah,
Hang on,
yeah,
Bob.
Jeff Kane.
That'd be like a saltwater refugium. Refugium,
Hmm.
as you guys say.
Yeah. Uh, I've had that idea for many years too. Or I just like, you know what's been interesting, Jeff Kane, to see how my ideas and your ideas compare. You know. Anyways, and I still got those ideas yet, and I do want to implement them in the future on some of my setups. And and once I do it, I know that they're gonna be perfect system.
Well,
But I haven't got around to it yet, doing it.
the way that Sarah from Australia had her pipes on the wall
Uh huh.
is basically a bog filter with the
Yeah.
plants growing out of the pipes,
Mm-hmm.
and her tanks look fantastic.
A bog filter is a wetland, basically what it is, or like a miniature swamp, right? Skull.
Yeah, basically. You let the
How do
water
they?
trickle
Right.
through it, and the plants
Mm-hmm.
take out all the nitrates and all
Right.
the stuff, and it runs back in.
And yeah, yeah, basically yeah, the wetland, ball filter, swamp, whatever, marsh catches all the moam, the yeah,
The crap.
yep.
They catch all the crap
Mm-hmm.
and all the nitrates.
And there you go, Jeff Jane. He said, Rachel, have you watched Aquarium Domain or some of the pond builders? Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there about this that are in big aquarium setups or in ponds. Ponds is pretty a lot. I say that a lot.
Yeah.
There's quite a few pond guys that add them to the ponds of bog filter, which I do want to add that to some of my ponds as well. Actually, these trash can filters that I use in my ponds, those I could theoretically turn them into a bog filter. If I do it properly. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of buckets that I keep plants and fish in, and I just put a pre-filter sponge with an air stone, and it works well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm about to tell y'all, I'm not encouraging y'all to do this because the reason I'm saying it because I can't. Because if you try it, I'm afraid you might have issues. But a lot of my quarantine tanks, all they got is air stone. A lot of my quarantine tanks, just air stones. That's it. Not even sponge filter even. Uh, don't ask me how I figured that out. Um, Now, of course, they do water changes, regularly.
Yeah. I was going to say, for somebody that wants to see a super simple one, go watch Susan from SLC Aquatics.
Mm-hmm.
She has her tubs out on the front porch, and she took those rectangular flower boxes,
Mm-hmm.
planted it, pumps the water into there, goes through all the stuff, all the plants, roots, and everything,
Yeah.
runs back in the pond.
Yeah.
Super, super easy, and that's actually a bog filter.
That is bug filter. Yeah.
And
A
she
lot
used
of
one of those $10 Home Depot planter boxes.
Yep.
With gravel and a couple of plants, and probably like a Amazon $10 pump,
Mm-hmm.
if that. And I've seen people put them on top of their aquariums like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing. Yep.
I've seen it. I haven't
can't go-
done it.
I can't go big or do ponds, so I just find that kind of content. Actually, Rachel, you got here's something. Just because something you think is too big for your project, you can take those big projects that people do and just do the same thing,
Yeah.
but downsize it to your application.
Because
It's the same thing.
I just bought a 20-gallon long for like $20.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, it comes with this AquaClear filter, blah blah blah." It's like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't use a lot of them. It's like, now's my chance. I could put some. I'm thinking, fill the bottom full of gravel and put a plant in it. Put it on like this goldfish tank over here and just see what happens.
Yeah, do it.
And I'll use the AquaClear as the planter. I mean, what's it going to do? It's either going to live or die, with my luck.
Mm-hmm. Everything can be skilled with zero integrity. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. That's what I'm just saying. Yep. Mm-hmm. Similar to my plan. Yep. Hey, Debs. I figured you would show up if Vibes was live till midnight, which that means I didn't even wrap this up.
But I watched Jake and Katie use spider plants instead of
Mm-hmm.
what everybody else uses, and it was like I got a spider plant upstairs that the wife will never know if I snag something off of it.
Oh yeah.
I could put that in that aqua clear.
Yep. Do it.
I just haven't done it. It's sitting in my garage.
Right. I do need to start trimming my plants and some of my aquascapes I got around the fish room. I just haven't taken the time to do it yet because some fellow aquascapers have encouraged me that you actually have a better setup if you have to trim it regularly. So
Mm-hmm.
I just need to take time and do it. I mean, see, my problem is if it's not broken, I mean, it's happy where it is. Why would I go in there and mess it up?
Yeah. Why
I'm too
screw it?
lazy, eh? Now, what I can do is go in there, do maybe a quarter of the tank. Trim it, Maybe a week later, do another quarter of the tank. Until I can go to a full trim the whole tank, But if I do it all one time, that will be too big of an imbalance. And it'll be algae bloom or whatever. So,
Yeah, it could be.
anywho, I think it's late enough, y'all. I think let's wrap this up now, because I don't know how late it's gonna last afterwards. Anyways, before you head out though, y'all, Scott, what you got for us?
Love your family and your friends. Keep them close to you.
And nothing else, keep vibes close.
That's right.
And thanks to everyone for showing up. Happy July 4th to those that already celebrated it, and to all us Americans that the Independence Day is coming this coming Friday. Have a good time. Be safe out there. Till next time, have a wonderful night. Peace out, y'all. Bye. One more thing.